Hi everyone, this Fast Sketch lesson with Dr. Azizi is all about abstract art and its effect on modern architecture. We are dedicating this lesson to the master of modern architecture, Oscar Niemeyer, who was most famous for his use of abstract forms and curves in his projects. Let us start our lesson with one of his quotes.
I am not attracted to straight angles or to the straight lines, hard and inflexible, created by man. I am attracted to free-flowing, sensual curves. The curves that I find in the mountains of my country, in the sinuousness of its rivers, in the waves of the ocean, and on the body of the beloved woman. Curves make up the entire universe, the curved universe of Einstein.
Artwork that reshapes the natural world for expressive purposes is called abstract. That which derives from but does not imitate a recognizable subject is called non-objective abstraction. As you can see in the work of the master of abstraction Kandinsky and in this simple work of Picasso. Abstraction in fluid architecture is based on harmonic principles. You can see it in a clash of water and stone in the river, or you can hear it when two melodies combine, morph with each other. It was there in Persian calligraphy and Chinese painting, or as Oscar Niemeyer says, in the curves and the morphs of the body of the woman. Abstraction in age architecture is based on a dialectic principle. You can find this in forms or antiforms. This extreme conflict makes our vision drive faster. It's like a horror movie that you cannot expect what will happen next. In this method, you can create negative or positive feelings and emotions. After this short introduction, now we will see the visual side of this lesson with Dr. Azizi. Thank you for joining us in this class. Let's close this lesson with some of Oscar Niemeyer's sketches and projects. See you on the next Fast Sketch lesson with Dr. Azizi.